In a land of golden fields and quiet abundance, there lived a father, a good man, a wealthy man, and he had 2 sons. His home was full of warmth, laughter, and love. Everything a family could ever need, he had built for them. But one evening, the younger son stood up and said something that no son should ever say to his father. "Father, give me my share of the inheritance." In that culture, but that was the same as saying, "I wish you were already dead." And yet the father did not argue. He did not cast him out. With a breaking heart, he divided everything he had and let his son go. The young man traveled far away and wasted no time. The money flowed like water. The parties never stopped. Life felt limitless. As long as the coins kept coming, so did the friends, the laughter, the belonging. He felt free, he felt powerful, he felt alive. But the money ran out. And the moment it did, every friend, every smile, every warm hand vanished, just like that. A famine swept the land, and the boy who once had everything found himself with nothing, not a coin, not a friend, not a single meal. In desperation, he hired himself out to a pig farmer, a Jewish boy not feeding unclean animals. He had fallen as low as a person could fall. He sat in the mud and the filth, watching the pigs eat, wishing he could eat what they were eating, and no one gave him a single thing. And then, in that lowest and darkest moment of his life, something cracked open inside him. He came to his senses. How many of my father's servants have more than enough to eat, while I'm here starving to death in a pig pen? I will get up. I will go back to my father. I will tell him, I'm no longer worthy to be your son. Please, just make me one of your servants. So he got up, and he began the long walk home. He didn't know what waited for him, but his father had never stopped watching that road. While he was still a great distance away, his father saw him, and he didn't send a servant. He didn't wait at the gate. He ran. He ran down the road with everything he had, and threw his arms around his broken, filthy, ashamed son, and he wept for joy. The son began his rehearsed words. "Father, I have sinned. I am no longer worthy to be called your son." But the father was already calling for a celebration. "Quick, bring the best robe, a ring for his finger, sandals for his feet. Kill the fattened calf. We are having a feast tonight." And one by one, the signs of full sonship were restored. Not as a servant on probation, not as a hired hand, as a son, completely, unconditionally. The young man looked down at the ring on his finger and felt something he had almost forgotten existed. He felt fully and completely loved. "For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." And the whole house erupted in celebration. The kind of joy that filled that house is the kind that only comes when something precious you thought was gone forever finally comes home. But outside in the darkness stood the elder son. He heard the music. A servant told him what happened. His younger brother had returned. There was a party. And he was furious, so furious, he refused to go inside. All those years of loyalty, obedience, sacrifice, and this was what he came home to. When the father heard his older son was outside, he didn't stay at the feast. He went out to him, because this father never stopped pursuing either of his children. He found his son standing in the cold dark and approached him gently. "Son, what's wrong?" And years of held-in pain finally came out. "I have served you for years and never once disobeyed you. You never even gave me a goat to celebrate with my friends. But this son of yours, who threw away everything, gets a feast." The father looked at him with the exact same love. "My child, you have always been with me. Everything I have is yours, but we had to celebrate because your brother was dead and is alive, lost and now found." And that is the story Jesus told to show us what God is truly like. Not a God waiting with a list of your failures, but a father who watches the road every single day, who runs toward the broken and whose arms are always open.